Okay, here we are. We're going to skin this beaver out. One of my local kids caught it. And I'm going to skin it out. We're going to take you from skinning it, taking it over, fleshing it off, and then putting it on boards. Justin can scan it over here and show you what they're going to look like when it's done. That's how beavers are stretched out. So we're going to get started here and process from carcass to fleshing to on the board. Take about 45 minutes to an hour. It all depends on how the skinning part of it goes. And so this will probably be like a 3-part segment on skinning. We'll do skinning, then the next one will be fleshing and putting it on the board and getting it stretched out. So first thing you want to do is come in, get rid of all the feet. Just get rid of the junk out of your way. Take the feet off. Come right at the joint. Come right off. Get these big mud suckers. Feet. Twist. Beavers are fun to catch, but all the work starts when you get them back home and get them on the table. Just cut off. This is the vent area here. You can see that yellow stuff, that's the caster coming out. So your hands will stink. We'll get rid of this tail. Okay, now we got rid of all the stuff that we really don't need. Now we're going to start the skinning process. We're just going to get in here. You're going to just stay underneath the skin surface. You don't want to go in here and gut. You're just going to draw a line right up the center and right through the jaw. It's an animal of 1,000 cuts. You're going to cut this thing about 1,000 times by the time you get the hide out. So keep a good sharp knife. Keep finding your way. And this is your main incision right here. Right off the jaw. Now you're just going to pull the hide back. Start peeling it. Okay. Just going to keep working it. Just come in this little piece here, down to the tail. This is where the castor sacs, oil sacs are at. And we'll come up through here, cut away from them. And it's just cutting. Get this whole side open up. Get them started, it's a kind of pain, but once you get them going, they'll come right out of their hide. You'll be amazed, these teeth on these beaver, about 3 inches long by the time they get down in the jaw. So all you're doing is just cutting along the outside of the skin. Some guys clean skin up. I don't. I like the meat and fat on it. They're easier to flesh off that way. Working his mouth out. Start flipping them up here a little bit. So get this leg peeled. foot out. Just gonna keep working it. Some guys use a cradle system, which is just two big boards and they need a beaver in. I learned how to do it on a flat surface, and it seems that's the easiest way for me to do it. Just keep cutting. Down here to this back leg. 40 pounds of jello here. Get rid of this tendon right there. Here, and just keep working. What I usually do is get this all skinned out, flip it over, let the hide hang off the head, and it just makes it easier to skin. Use the weight of the hide to keep the tension on the hide so you can see where you need to cut. Never want to freeze a beaver whole. It takes about 7 to 8 days. It's got to thaw from the inside out. You know, best thing to do is skin them, roll the hide up, then freeze it if you don't have time to get to it. Using a Chicago blue knife, just so a lot of people probably wonder what kind of knife you use. Only knife I use for skinning is Chicago blue. They have what they call a beaver knife out there. It's big and rounded. A lot of guys like to use that. I use one knife and I skin everything with it. You'll learn it. You'll never make any mistakes with it. Okay, we got that side done. Flip them over, and then we're going to start working this side. It's just the same thing as the other side, just get it peeled out of its hide. Come down around the caster sacks, you don't want to cut them open. Just get them cut down. One thing you don't want to do is cut that stomach open. They do stink. They're not the prettiest smelling things in the woods when you open them up. As you can see, when we go to flush that, we'll do a lot of shaving to get that stuff off. So you gotta have a good sharp flushing knife and know how to use it to shave this gristle and stuff off. Turn it this way. Getting down the head, and I'll point the ears out where ear locations are at in just a second. Cut bit further. And they will bleed a little bit when you cut through that jelly on their face. Right here and right here. It's cheek meat. And there's some small vessels in there that'll bleed quite a bit. So don't get nervous if you got one bleeding all. His ear butts here. There's like a bone cartilage just coming right in front of it. Make you cut. And his ear's out. There's a tube for the ear. Just going to work them on down, get rid of this. Come to the other side. Work them down a little bit. Get to that ear, which is right there. There's the ear hole. And back up there. Next thing we'll come to is the eye. Once we get past the eyes, we are just about done. Get rid of some of this excess meat there. And we're at the eyeball's right there. Just slowly cut in towards the eyeball. Now they have a bump right in front of their eye, which so they don't run a stick into their eye when they're swimming under the water. Just find it, get it right ahead of it, and now that eye's out. It's a perfect clean eye. Flip the head around to the other side. Just do the same thing. There's his eyeball coming up. Get rid of this. Cut down the jaw a little bit. There's his eye out. Getting right in front of that little speed bump, as I call it. There we are. Now, they don't have a lot of nose cartilage, so when you get down to the nose, you're actually going to skin right down his front teeth. There's hardly any cartilage in there. It's not like a coon or a fox. And this is where you'll kill the blade on your knife because you grind it against the bone right there. Pulling back a little bit. And you're just going to skin right down the front teeth. Right across. A little bit. And you're done. That's nice skinned out beaver hide. The excess meat and stuff ain't gonna make no difference. Being a trapper, I'd say the castor sacks. They're worth about $30–40 an ounce, dried out. The little sacks I keep, grind up and use them for next year. As far as the beaver castor bait. That's all there is to skinning the beaver. We'll get set up here. And I'll get my apron on and we'll go over and flush that bad boy out. And then we'll get him on board. Thanks. Good.